So, hello and welcome to IRL Christmas Classics Season 5. So, as it was Christmas times, we decided to postpone the official league races till next weekend, and we're doing some show-off races in these Classics cars. I'm Sondra Surha, joined here by Louis Marshall today.
Hey guys.
And first off, we're looking at Monza in the 2004 Ferrari for everyone. It's a one-shot quali with 25% races. We're also doing the Britain
I'll have it.
in the 92 Williams, and last we're doing
It's Belgium.
Spa in the
C3 cars, I think.
76 Ferrari or McLaren. So for the last race, I will be able to choose between those two.
And it looks like Gabriel Ryan's got pole. I
It
just
certainly
to
does
see
look
him.
like it. So it is a little bit different to do a one-shot quali. You don't actually have a try if you mess up your first lap. You only have that try.
Yeah, I
And
did see a few quick people get invalids. I think like Jay was up there, Squeezy.
well, as we
Um,
can see after the quali now, we have Gabriel Ryan, Adrian Storm, Cameron Weston Edwards in third, Saba Siktu, Callum Anderson, Paco Suarez, Nino Romanello, Michael Marlowe, Jared Fosbury, and Charlie Sampson. So if we look at the bottom here, yeah, you have a
we've
point
got
there. Yeah,
like
I can see Jack Hoyle
Squeezy,
being
Jay,
quite far
Ran.
down. Same with Jay. So yeah, there's a couple of drivers who.
Hopefully they can come through the fields and put in a good show. Did have to do pit stops, do you know? It's a 25% race. Uh,
I don't think we set a rule on it actually. So
yeah.
everyone will be able to do a no stop, but then again though, it is damage in calculations too. So I guess if you, I mean, I don't think many look at that look at that
I
grid.
know, yeah. Looks awesome.
But yeah, with everybody in these classic cars that they're not usually driving that much, I think they gotta look out for how it is. I saw Gabriel locking up there in the first corner of the formation lap, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Gotta
how
make,
it is to drive
gotta make his
without
tires.
ABS in these cars.
I can tell you these cars, if you like drive no traction, it just feels like driving traction. I think what? Looks like
Well,
the
Lewis,
top three are going pushing, and I like Cameron's getting swamped at Ascari then. What was you gonna say, Sandro?
I was gonna say right now, as we do have probably the two quickest drivers starting in 15th and 18th. What do you
Yeah.
think for them, starting way back on the grid? Oh, and I actually realized that little piece. By joining too late, he will be starting in. He will be having the wrong
Oh
car.
my. Oh my.
Ah, that's a shame for him. Well, are we getting any lights? Alright, there we have them. There we have it.
I've
5
got
red
no
lights,
audio.
and it is...
Oh, it looks like
It
Adrian's
is a
drums got a
good
flyer.
start for Storm, yeah. My
But
god,
look
what a
at Cameron
beautiful
Weston
picture. And
Edwards.
look at this,
And
Cameron Weston Edwards too. And into the first corner, will we have any big calamities?
I'm just gonna watch the back.
Looks like most got through. I see some people touching the grass some places. 13 laps in this 04 Ferrari. Unfortunately for Jorge Correa, he will be in... I'm not sure which car he's in, and Storm is up, and it's going to be a big crash. Ooh, please let these drivers be able to avoid them. It looks like they're ghosting, so ghosting is on then. So out of that we see Romanello out of this first race. Tyler Thomas is out of this first race.
If I was
And
little piece, why is Tyler left?
I have no idea, Lewis, but...
Oh, that's a safety car. I just realised. There's a safety car in lap 1. I think that's because Tyler Thomas left.
yeah, that might be. I gotta say though, that safety car, that could change it up a bit.
Is
I mean, we
anyone
all know
pitting?
that the tires on these classic cars
Few
can last for
people.
the whole race, but some people might have damage, so...
I'm looking at Joe Hollis. It doesn't look like he's got damage.
But yeah, hopefully we'll have the race restart. Well, not restarted, but hopefully the safety car won't stay out for too many laps, considering it's a 25% race, not a 50%. So after this though, Lewis, I can see that both TTD, both Jay Drawbridge and Jack Hoyle has moved up to 8th and 9th. So
Yeah, we're
they've
in like
been
15 and 18.
able to make some progression.
They both had lightning starts. Jay's
Yeah,
up 7 and Jack's up 9. So I think they both can possibly get podium. Yeah. If they keep out of trouble, then they can
definitely.
definitely get podiums. Because I'm expecting a few crashes because people might not have practiced and it's a completely different car, so they're used to.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not used to driving this Ferrari, and oh my God, who was that who went
What was that?
off?
I think that was Cameron.
Yeah, it
I think
was.
that's
I don't know what happened,
um.
but he might have misjudged something, as I can see that
It's
somebody
funny
went into the
ghosts.
pit. That is Chris. He has a damaged front wing, so...
Ah, Cameron's lagged out.
Ah, well, we can't send invitations, so...
In fact,
Oh, he's
he's
back.
back.
That was fast. Well, Sabasiktu leading the race at the moment behind the safety car, ahead of Gabriel Ryan and Paco Suarez. Calum
That's
Anderson up to
put
4th, so he's having a strong outing so far.
that's put Jay and Jack up to 7th and 8th now.
Yeah, Jay and Jack, I mean, they started far behind. I think the safety car is a good thing for the both of them, as...
Yeah, bunches the pack, bunching up the
Yeah,
pack.
bunches it together, and... I mean, there are... Though both of them are still two of my favorites to be on the podium. even though they will have to pass a few cars.
I think Gabriel Ryan will win this Ferrari race because he's got pole and he's in second, so I think he's got a good chance right now. Safety car's coming in, by the way, I think. Is it coming in? I have no idea. Oh no. Squeezy's just got penalty because he had contact with Charlie.
Ah, that's too bad.
I'm not
but,
sure what happens.
Yeah, is the safety car coming in? Doesn't look like it.
Charlie just... I'm not sure what Charlie's doing, but he's getting a bit too close to Jack, or Squeezy, in my opinion.
Another safety car is in, yeah. So the race is restarted. I can see Jack having a better... Oh, look at this into turn 1.
Gabriel Ryan, round the outside. Oh!
And
What's happened here?
I'm not sure, but I saw some people who was a little on the grass. I see someone still being on the grass. I think that was Sabasiktu.
I saw somebody just forget to brake and just hit Gabriel and Sabu. Oh, I can't say your
But
name,
look
so.
at this. Jay is up to 4th place now. Jack is up to
Jack,
2nd.
but he's got that penalty, so he has to be careful. Well, not careful.
Yeah, that's right. And Paco is trying to defend from Jay.
Just listening to these sounds of the cars.
Oh
awesome.
yeah, the sounds are just perfect, and right now we have good old-fashioned slipstream, no DRS, and I love that. And you can see that
No
down
ERS as well.
before Ascari that I think it was Paco and Jay was beside each other, and whoever was behind didn't really catch after he was out of the slipstream. But we can see that I'm not sure if it's, I think it is
They're going 3 wide.
3 wide into the first corner now.
This isn't going to end well.
One of the, it is Jared who backs out.
Paco
I think Paco went too deep.
Yeah.
And Jay is now in 3rd place. But look at this too. Jack is right behind Sabasik. No, that is Gabriel Ryan, and he managed to get past.
Oh no. Jared and James. I think they just tangled up together. I'm not too sure.
I didn't get that, but...
Can I just mention, Cameron Weston Edwards back up to P5.
Yeah, Cameron is back up to 5th now. And, well, he didn't have the best start, but he is up there now.
And Jack Coyle up 17 places. And it's lap 5.
Well, he started almost all the way at the back.
I think it was at the back. Maybe.
Or something like it, Rafa. I feel bad for Storm though. He was in 2nd. He's now down to 16th.
Packer who's pitting, he's got wing damage. So that's going to put him near the back, I think. But just shame. And so
it's gonna make it difficult for him, but there's still many possibilities of other drivers getting more damage or spinning.
Oh, there's a fight here. Lee Kelly and Callum Anderson for P7.
Yeah, I can see that. Lee right behind Callum, I mean. Looks like... Oh, but Callum makes the switchback work there. That was a good move by Callum Anderson on Lee Kelly there.
And Brand's got past Lee Kelly.
Yeah, now Brand is gonna try to get past Callum. Look at this four-car train. That is Lee and Chris Ryan right behind Lee too. Into Ascari, nobody makes a move.
I think Paco went off at turn 1.
Oh, Paco is far
Point
down now,
out,
yeah.
or
But
hey
look at
Carrera
this.
in
Look at
in
this,
the wrong
Lewis.
car.
Brandon is right on Callum's rear now.
Oh
And he
yeah, side
might...
by side.
Oh? Yeah, Callum looks to have a little front wing damage too, actually.
Oh yeah, it's front,
Missing an end plate
on his
on
right hand
his
side.
right-hand side, yeah.
Right, yeah.
But look at this too, though.
Yeah.
That is Chris Ryan who wants to go for a move on Lee. But
Oh, Lee
Lee
Kelly's gone off.
totally outbreaks himself, and he will lose that position.
Fair play to Jorge Carrera, staying out the way in the wrong car.
Yeah, it's a shame that Jorge was a bit too late and ended up in, that is the 72 Lotus.
That's like the slowest
Yeah.
car, I believe.
Yeah, well, it's the oldest car, and look at those
Yeah,
tires. Well, big
yeah.
shout out to Jorge for still driving. He's
Yeah.
not giving up, but well, he is in the lobby now, so for the next race he'll be able to get in the right car, and hopefully he'll be able to do a little better then. As we can see that Jay is right behind Gabriel now and down the start finish lane. Interesting question for you now, Luis. Are these
Yeah.
guys running the same setups as they do in the normal 2018 cars? Or do you think they might be running a little more downforce?
Um, I'm not sure. What I'll do is get my own setup, then put that one more wing, front wing on.
Yeah, I mean, that is probably
Um,
what I would have done too. Just run the usual setup, maybe a bit more downforce, but
yeah.
obviously these
Maybe change
cars
the
are
ballast as
so
well.
different from nowadays cars that there might be someone, I don't know if these guys have practiced, but that could be an advantage for some of the guys who's not as quick as the quickest guys that they might have. But, oh, and Jay
Oh, Joe
really not
Hollis.
getting a good line through Ascari, and Joe is out.
I think he binned it at Ascari. Oh, he binned it just before the turn.
Interesting.
Can you see his car on the right hand side?
Yeah, I saw that. Well, I wouldn't expect anyone to bin it there, but
Oh, I think he had contact with Cameron. Cameron's got no front wing. Most of his end
maybe.
plates. So
Well,
that's put Bratton
I
up
can
to
see that
P5.
Jay might be running a little more downforce than Gabriel, it looks like, because Jay is keeping within 3-4 tenths all the time, but at straight
Yeah.
it doesn't look like he's.
Oh, he's lost
Oh,
it.
and his bun.
He's lost it on traction. Needs to be careful rejoining. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's fine.
there's no one right behind him now. So that was that battle then, but we do have Chris Ryan not too far behind Callum Anderson, the two
Yeah,
F2
P7.
drivers. Oh,
In fact,
both
Callum's
running
the
a little
highest
wide in the
F2
Lesmos.
drivers. Callum is the highest F2 driver right now.
Uh,
The top
yeah,
five
you're
are all in
right.
F1.
I mean that. Not gonna
That's like a
lie, it
personal
is a
win for
little
him.
surprising. Callum isn't usually the fastest F2 driver, but he's been able to stay out of trouble, I guess, and also I
Perfect
do
for his
believe
captain.
his one-shot quali wasn't that bad either. I think he ended in 6th or something there, so
P7
P7,
or
alright.
P5.
Well,
Oh no,
he's
sorry,
doing a good race
P5.
then.
He's like,
But Chris Ryan is right behind him, and he has the slipstream down the start finish straight. He's going to go for the inside.
oh wait, yeah, good space.
He's not
Goes for a
really getting the
switchback.
best
Essentially.
run there, but out of the corner he might have had a better run. They're going side by side through Curva
Good
Grande.
racing. Yellow flag sector 3. I'm not sure who that is.
Sector 3, Sector
It's
3.
Paco. It's won it at Ascari.
Alright, alright. Well, Chris Ryan has made the move stick on Callum. Ah, yeah, of course, Callum does have a little front wing damage.
Yeah.
I can see though that we have a three-way battle between Cameron, Jared, and
Cameron, Jared, and it's Michael
no, no,
Marlowe.
no, no, no. Jared's Adrian and Michael.
Oh yeah.
Cameron is a little further behind,
Cameron's down to Ascari. Yeah, the fact
and
that
you can
John
see
Paco.
that Paco is retired from this race. Just a couple of laps left. It certainly does look like Jack has gotten it now. He's 9 seconds ahead of Saba. No, Gabriel. Gabriel is 3.5 seconds ahead of Saba.
Right, Sandra, here's a question for you, which I think there's only one answer to. Who's the driver of the day so far?
Well, I mean, let's pick two driver of the days then, because
Oh,
like there
yeah,
will be
maybe
winners
three.
of this small classic championship. We will have one F1 winner and one F2 winner for the moment.
James Owl.
Oh, and look at this Storm and Jared going side by side into the first corner. It is Jared who keeps ahead, but Storm is getting a better exit. They're going side by side still.
I'm not sure why people are leaving because they're doing another race after this one.
I don't know. They might. I don't know if they think there will be a new lobby, but it will be the same lobby.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, Jack Hoyle is definitely driver of the day so far for F1 drivers. For the F2 drivers, I think I gotta say Chris Ryan actually. He's the
Yeah, Chris.
highest placed F2 driver at the moment. I can't remember exactly where he started.
It was P11.
Alright, so he moved up a couple of positions too then.
Yeah.
And Calm is still not too far behind Chris though. It is the closest battle at the moment.
I
At
just
the
want to talk
moment,
about Bran, Jay, and Jack. All gone up just 10 positions. Jack 17, Jay 11, and Bran 14.
Oh, Callum went wide in the Lesmo. Took a little gravel. That's probably lost him the position, the possibility, I mean, of fighting for 6th place with Chris, but still
Yeah,
with that
squeezy.
damaged front wing,
Finish. No,
he's
I think.
doing a great effort.
It's the last lap already. Can you believe it?
Well, it's a 25% race, so
Yeah.
it's not as long as usual. Let's have a look at Jack Coyle. Leading with 10 seconds around Monza in a 2004 Ferrari. He certainly looks to be the one who's been able to control his car best. Oh, but look at this. We gotta take a look at Jay now because he is closing in on Sabasiktu as they approach the second Lesma now. He really doesn't have many chances left to pass him if he wants though. Can
I
see
don't
that.
think he's got it. Yellow flag up front. I'm
As you
not
can
sure who
see
that
that
is.
Jack Hoyle is going around the last corner, Parabolica, over
Oh,
the
it's Tom
finish line.
Johnson, I think.
Then we have Gabriel Ryan, as we can see that Jorge Correa is getting lapped. Feel bad for Jorge having to drive in that. Sabasito will keep Jay off. And Bran will be coming in at 5th place. And I don't know what has happened with Chris, but
Oh yeah,
Calm
he's
is
down to
up to
8.
6th. Chris is down
Yeah.
to 8th now, so he's probably had a spin or something somewhere. But yeah,
So
Callum,
Catalan,
highest placed F2 runner for this race. Then we have Lee in 7th. Looks to be happy with that too. Weaving a little.
I don't,
Then
I
we
don't think
have
Chris is very
Chris,
happy. Cameron looks
who's
happy.
Cameron in 9th. He had a little damage through during the race.
Jared
Then we
P10.
have Jared, who kept off Storm. And for the first race, there was incidents. There was a safety car. I didn't expect a safety car, to be honest.
No, neither was I.
But, well, I mean, as long as we got a good race, and we had
It's
some battles
entertaining.
there. We had some drivers going 3 wide, almost had 4 wide at points too.
Yeah.
And there was some penalties out there, I see. So
Cameron thinks
F1
he
winner of
won.
this race
If you think about
was Jack Coyle. F2 winner of this race was Callum Anderson. Looked like it would be Chris Ryan, but we didn't unfortunately see what happened to him. But he's definitely had a spin or hit the wall somewhere. But yeah, that was the first race, Monza 2004 Ferrari. Then we're moving on to the next race, which will be Britain, where they will be racing in the 92 Williams. So, going
that'll be interesting.
12 more years back in time with that car.
Let's go in our time travel machine. Whatever it's called.
Well, I mean, 92 Williams was, I think that was the car who had the active suspension, which proved to be extremely strong during that season.
Oh yeah, it looks like not Callum, Jared's made the lobby. So I'm going to invite the people who left.
Yeah, that would be
But it was,
great if you could do. So, just having a look here, I can see that most people have went over to the 92 Williams. Still a couple of people who's in the 2004 Ferrari choosing cars.
can you
Jared
remember who left? It
has
was James.
James left
James. Yeah.
and
Tyler
Tyler.
Thomas. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's in the 92 Williams apart from Chris.
Apart from Chris. Yeah, Chris is not in a car at the moment. But yeah, you could try to invite. Well,
I sent him an invite. I hope they join back.
it looks like we've lost another driver too. Um, isn't Chris going to choose a car? If
Hey,
you
do you
could
know
try
who
to
just
send a
left? Ben?
message to Chris saying to choose the 92 Williams, Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess we've lost a few drivers then, but
Maybe you don't
should
lose that
still
many.
be 17 drivers there, so
Alright, I'm just going to look at the chat, see if
give us
anyone
some
said
rain.
anything.
Well, it is dynamic, Jay.
Yeah, to be fair, rain will be really interesting to see.
Well, I mean, it is Britain and Spa, so possibility of
Yeah.
rain should be pretty pretty good.
Okay,
If
Chris is in the car now.
Chris is in his car,
Yeah.
all right. So
Oh, yeah, I'm
why
just
is
going to
he
collect the
playing
paper.
with? What is Jared doing? One shot quality even.
The lobby's really weird for me right now for some reason.
What do you mean?
If it was just internet spars, just down to one, now it's all good again.
Alright, he's put it to one-shot quality. Everybody is in a 92 Williams, so everyone can ready up now. We weren't supposed to have any breaks between the races, so if you leave, then you leave. We have two more races, so we can't wait forever.
If anyone crashes out in the tires, please don't leave.
Exactly, please don't leave. Well, second race, Lewis. 92 Williams, Britain. I would say that fits pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Here's your prediction.
Prediction for this one?
Yeah. Anyone could.
Shall we say mention three F1 drivers and three F2 drivers then?
Yeah, let's say that.
Well, I would have to say... Oh, it's a hard choice. For F1, I got to say squeeze Jack in first, Jay in second. Third spot is difficult though. I think it would be Gabriel. This is race I'm trying to predict then. F2 drivers. That's also really difficult, but I would say Jared in first, Storm in second, and third I would say Chris. I want to say Chris.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going for those three then.
I think top three for F1 will be Gabriel, Jay, then Squeezy, or Jack. Then F2, I think Jared, Chris, and Paco.
Jared, Chris, and Paco. Alright. Well, as of the moment, it does look like Jack is sitting in provisional pole. I got to say though, the cars looks so different from nowadays cars.
Yeah.
Kind of like it
They
though.
look ghosted. No, they're not ghosted.
Well, it did kind of look like Jack were ghosting, but
Yeah.
considering he's looking to take pole, I highly doubt he's ghosting. And it is pole for Jack ahead of Jay.
He got about 8 tenths.
1-2 TTG. Just saying.
What are you saying, Sanjay?
Alright, so in the stream chat I've gotten to know that now that Joe Hollis is using his regular setups. But what a dominant pole by Jack Hoyle though. 8 tenths ahead of Jay.
Yeah.
And the highest F2 runner is Storm in 5th place. Ahead of Charlie in 6th and Jared in 7th. So alright, I got F1 right with Jack, Jay, Gabriel. F2 I was totally off.
F2, I forgot who I said. I think I said Jared, Chris, and Paco.
Yeah, so we were both all off.
It's a bit overcast. Possible rain for Jay.
Well, I know it's a 25% raise, so like
Has
if
to
the
rain
rain will
soon, yeah.
hit, it's not going to be that late, but I think there maybe we'll see rain in the second part of the race. I don't know. I
It'd
would
be
like to see
interesting
some
to see
rain.
rain. Yeah, with these cars. Just waiting for Jorge and Chris. Ready up? There we go.
Right,
Oh,
so
doing
getting
a
the
formation
formation
lap.
lap then, and someone spanning at the back.
It was Cameron, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Well, one of
They,
3 races done in the second race now. Might be a little different for these guys now because it is. This car will be different. It has even less downforce than the
yeah,
04 Ferrari. So what I'm thinking is, if it was me, I would probably still run my usual setups, but
add a bit more downforce.
yeah, probably add a bit more downforce because
Well, you don't want too much downforce, then you'll be a boat down the straight.
well, it is this 92 Williams too, though. As I said, with the active suspension, so it was really grippy when it in 92, and it was dominant. So I don't know. I think it will be interesting to see who makes the most out of this. I hope we don't get such a dominant victory as Jack did in the first race, though. I like to see a little more battling for first place.
Yeah,
Although first place for the F2 drivers was more interesting with Callum and Chris battling, and obviously Chris made a mistake or something at the end. We didn't catch that, but
yeah, I'm
as he
not
had
sure
a
what
broken
happened.
front wing, something happened. Got to say though, I miss these old cars.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all of them, just thinking how times have changed with like the modern cars now.
And well, the these older cars are just so much more clean.
Yeah, it's funny because most of these people racing now probably wasn't even born
There we go.
when these
Five
cars came.
red lights, and here we go. It
Oh, I
looks
heard
to be a
cyclists.
really bad start for Brandon, or was it?
There's
I'm
a
not
couple
sure. I
of
think it was Brandon.
Charlies left. I don't know why.
Oh, he might have lagged out, considering how early
Um,
it was. In the meantime, Jack
Jay
has had a
and
good
Jay,
start.
no, Sandra, Jay and Squeezy both jumped the start, so they've both got drive-through penalties.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
check the
well,
race
that will
director.
spice it up.
Plus, it's the longest pit lane on the calendar as well.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Both with drive-thrus. All right. Well, that will space it up then. Spice it up, I mean. Well, as the start has gone, we see that Chris Ryan is the highest placed F2 runner right now. Storm probably didn't have the best start then, but he's right behind him. Behind the two of them, we also have Michael Marlowe and Jared Fosbury, then Nino Romanello. But yeah,
So there's top
Jack and
four.
Jay though.
Jack's going in for his penalty now. Jay's staying out.
You know, I think I would have stayed out a couple of
Give a
more
bit of a
laps
gap.
before I took the penalty, considering trying
Yeah.
to like have as much clean air as possible, but yeah, I don't know. But we'll probably not see any rain though, because it's going in that early. Or wait, nah.
It's a
Nah, that
driving
was...
penalty.
Yeah, I was thinking wrong. And look at this.
So that's unlucky from Jay and Jack. So the
Yeah, it will be
they'll
hard
made it
for them
here.
to
Maybe or
get...
Ryan.
But of course there's 11 laps left. We could even see there is always a possibility of a safety car too, so... But
That'd be
right now,
perfect for them too.
we have a... Oh, and look at this. We have Little Piece, who is this time in the correct car. He's being challenged by Sabasik to going into the S's. Looked like Saba went backed off a little. But yeah, Little Piece still ahead, but Sabasik is right behind him. He's going for the slipstream, and he will be trying to go for the outside move in Stove.
If he gets this done, that'd be a
Oh,
great
and
move.
look at this. He made the move stick, but can Little Piece come back into this next corner? He will not. In the meantime, though, Jack is in 60th place.
And before the race, Jared said, "I hope I finish."
I hope I finish.
Yeah.
Well, he's sitting in a decent position at the
P7.
moment.
Yeah.
Um, Yellow in sector 1. That is Joe, I think. It looks like he's probably made a mistake. But there is a... Oh, look at this. We have Adrian Storm challenging Cameron Weston Edwards for 4th place. He's just behind Cameron. And look at this. Only a couple of tenths as they go. As they are in the S's. On the exit, it looks like Cameron is getting good exit. Storm is a little too far behind. Going into Stowe. But if he can get it better, and Charlie's back, so he probably lagged out before.
Jay's in the pits for his penalty as well.
Oh, Jay's in the pit for his drive-through then, as we can see that Jack
Yeah, the flag sector 3.
Jack has started
Chris.
to move up. He is in 11th right now. He's past Callum. He's gonna be going for the pass. What
Chris
happened
is
to
just,
Chris?
I'm not sure. He spun, then he spun again with some grass on his tires.
Well, it looks like it was a better option to go in for the drive-through straight away, because Jay has lost time to Jack. Well,
How does
not
Jack
that
up to
much actually.
P9?
Probably tried to pass
I thought it was
everyone
miles
he's
away.
come across as fast as possible. But I can see that
I-
Sabasikto is now right behind Jared Fosbury, and this could be interesting. This is a battle between an F2 driver and an F1 driver. Should be a class difference there. Of course, Jared is one of the better F2 drivers, one of the best F2 drivers we have. But Sabasikto is close to him.
I'm watching Cameron and Adrian Storm coming to Stowe now, right in a couple of seconds. They're coming side by side into
Oh, yeah, I
whatever
can
this
see
place
that.
is called.
Yeah, I have no idea what that corner is called. I think like all of the corners either at Silverstone has a name, but I can never remember
Yeah,
any of the names except for Stowe.
I know Stowe, the Hanger Straight, Village,
Yeah,
Nuffield.
You know more than
Tops,
me, basically.
obviously.
And Jack has just done the fastest lap. As we can see, there is a big train right now behind Cameron. Lot of drivers fighting for
Yeah,
positions
that's right.
as Cameron has...
Oh,
No, that was Storm who went wide.
Jared. It's Jared.
No.
It's Jared.
What
He
happened with
said just
Jared?
before. I'm not sure. I just saw the end of it. And before the race, he said he just wants to finish.
Yeah, I can't see where he was, but
Oh,
what a
that's a
big
shame.
shame. He wanted to finish and yeah, it didn't want that. It didn't go that way. Halfway through the race though, and we can
I was
see
looking for
that
battles. Oh, we got free car
yeah, we have
battle
Saba
for
Siktu
points.
on the back of
It's,
Jorge Correja at the moment. As
it's a free car
Jorge
battle
is...
for points here for a P10.
Oh yeah, I can see that. There is a battle there too.
I'll go into a bus on to Cops. Not Cops, sorry, Madison Beckett's.
I don't know where to look at
And,
right now.
oh,
Alright,
another yellow flag.
Joe is right. Oh, and
Oh, it's
Romanello has
Nino.
retired. It's a shame. 4 retirements so far.
That's
That's
a VSC.
interesting.
So we've had a safety car and a
Oh, and
VSC
Joe might
in
have
this
been a
race.
little too aggressive under the VSC there. I saw he lost a little of his front wing on Christos.
Yeah, he's pitting.
Yeah, well, luckily for him, it is a VSC, so he's not gonna lose as much as usual, but he will be losing time. But Christos, though, he's right behind Callum.
Cameron's P3. I'm sure he's over the moon with that, if he stays there. We've got Brant up in second. He'll love that. Obviously, Gabriel in the lead.
Yeah, Gabriel in the lead of the F1 drivers. At the moment, it's Michael Marlowe in the lead for the F2 drivers. Jack and Jay down in 8th and 9th. The two front runners.
Yeah, they're both in the F1 league. Jay with, not Jay, sorry, Jack with his dominant performance in Italy.
Oh, and look at this. Bo Forhey and Sabasik to right on the back of Adrian Storm now. Adrian Storm has proved to be a quick driver in both F2 and F1 when he's reserved there a couple of times. In F2 he has struggled with strategy choices though. But
Yeah, remember, was it Spain when he got a puncher?
yeah, but there isn't much strategy involved in this race, so he don't have to worry about that. But he does have two F1 drivers right on his tail, and they're both eager to get past. Oh, as we can see that. Well, I think Cameron was ahead of Michael, so Michael has passed Cameron.
Cameron must have made a mistake.
Yeah, I think so. But look at this, Saba, Siktu, and Jorge. Saba is right on his tail. Can he go for a move into left field? He does go
We
for the
got,
inside line there, but he will have the outside line now. He's going
we
to
got
go for the cutback.
Gaming Central in this room. Welcome to you. Saying looks to zeros at the back. Oh, he's at the back, so I can't really argue with that right now. And Jared,
Yeah, I saw the message.
it looks like Jared's been took out again. I'm not sure what happened to
No, I
Jared.
don't think he said he got took out, but same place as he got took out.
Oh,
Sabasicto has finally gotten past Jorge. In the meantime, Cameron will be looking to getting past Michael Marlowe again. Our predictions for the podiums, though, has been way off.
yeah. I got Gabriel right. I think I said Tim to win. I think.
I think you did.
I can't remember. But
And
Jack
Jack
took the
going
fastest
for
lap.
another fastest lap, so he's getting that, but
Frustrating race for both Jack and Joe. I'm just watching Cameron and he just went miles off track
oh yeah.
for the,
Oh, and
for
look
the
at
fight for the
this.
podium.
It looks like Saba has just gotten past Storm, but Storm is still right behind him and might be able to get back at him down the hangar straight.
Oh, Garrett did skip it out. He said that Storm squeezed him off track, then Jared lost control, I think.
Let's see, well,
But there won't be no penalties because this is only a fun race. Isn't it?
and look at this. Jorge Correa right on the tail of Storm here. He's not going for a move into Stove. Oh, he is. Oh, and there's a little
I'm
wheel
still
banging
watching.
there, but it looks like Storm was already going wide. And now we actually have Jack Coyle right on the back of Storm.
I've got Cameron right behind Michael Marlowe. Michael's on the poor turn one.
Oh yeah, but look at this three-way battle. Jack will be going for a move soon, and he goes for the outside move on Storm.
He's got him.
Yeah, it looked like Storm might have backed off there might have realized that he will be
Jack's,
passing me at some point.
yeah. I wonder how Hay will deal with Jack, letting him by or trying to fight him.
Well, you got to remember though that Storm and Jack, they're fighting. They're kinda fighting each other, but kinda not fighting each other too, considering we're
Yeah.
crowning one F1 winner and one F2 winner, so. But when it comes to Jorge and Jack, they are fighting each other. So, Cameron though, he is right on the back of Michael Marlowe, and he will be looking for a move around the
Around the
outside.
outside side of Stove.
And will he make it
Is it
stick? Who is that right behind them? That is Sabasiktu, so he might be looking for a move on Michael Marlowe too now.
still side by side around the last
Still
corner?
side by side. Into the last corner. Cameron getting pushed a little wider. He's now having to defend from Sabasiktu. Oh, look at this. Oh, Cameron taking a little grass. He gotta be careful with that. Sabasiktu.
Around the outside. He's
Yeah,
got
but look at
him.
this. He's got him there.
Cameron's going for a switchback. Oh, Joe's gone.
And now we have Jack right behind them too. Look at this. Jack is just making his way up.
Jack's flying.
Yeah, Jack is
Being
flying.
last.
He's been setting past the slap a couple of times now.
Yeah. Now
Callum is
Callum
retired
Anderson's
now.
dropping like flies right now. Look
And we
at
have
Sabasitu
Sabasitu
and
right on the back of Michael Marlowe.
sector one.
And then going
I'm not sure
into
about
the
that one.
S's, can Sabasitu stay close enough to make a move? Oh, and that was a little grass. And he's lost his position to Jack. He's lost his position to Cameron too now. And now Jack is looking to make the move on Marlowe.
If Jack looks like Jack's gonna get a podium, that's just crazy to think.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting a podium after all. Jay, however, he looks to have been struggling more to get through traffic and keeping the
Yeah.
pace that Jack has done.
Jack
As
down the
Jack is
inside, that's
going for
P3.
the inside there, he's gonna have the
Round the
outside now
outside.
though, but he
Great
will be
move.
able to get past. Oh, and look at this, Saba sector right next to Cameron Weston Edwards. And Cameron is still ahead of Saba sector, but with the outside lane in this corner, Saba might have made his move stick around there now. Sorry about that. Cameron though still
Oh, top
fighting.
boss like
Oh
that,
my
mate.
god, into the SS.
You,
What a
what a lead
great
from Cameron.
overtake. But was it smart though? Because look
Oh,
at
he
Saba sector now.
whole traction from that corner then.
Yeah.
He got Jorge Carrera not far behind. Well, right behind, I should say.
Oh no.
Oh,
That is Saba sector.
yeah, it looks like I'm not actually sure. I thought he had contact with Cameron, but apparently he hit
Yeah, might have
Jorge
been.
Carrera.
Now we can see that Jay is going to try it around Cameron's outside in turn one. It doesn't work. He
Oh,
might be
Jorge,
trying a new move.
Jorge Carrera just
Oh,
went flat out
looks
into
like.
turn one.
Alright, well, I mean, you can't do that in these cars.
So I'm just reading the chat. Storm apparently got brake checked. This track is cursed.
That
So
is Jared, I guess.
yeah, Joe keeps losing the back end. There's just some lap setups.
Well, we
And by
don't
the
have
way,
any
apparently
battles at the moment. We might
they
have a
can't,
battles.
can't
Yeah,
they can't hear the game audio apparently.
seriously? It shouldn't be
Yeah,
wrong
Jared
there
just
now.
messaged me. So now Gabriel Ryan with the fastest lap for 1:37.2. I believe I just saw them.
Hmm. I'm gonna try to check that the audio should be right after this race then. As we are on the last lap. And we have Christos trying to challenge Chris Ryan now.
Battle for P8 right now, yeah. And they both run really wide.
Both went really wide, as we can see that
Yellow flag set to 1. Um, I don't know who that
Christos
was.
is. Oh, we actually have Jay right behind Marlowe now too. As oh, Jay, are you going to be patient or are you going to try to make a move as fast as possible? It looks like he really wants to get by at least.
By the way, Gabriel was going to finish soon. It's coming around today.
Well, Jay. It doesn't look like Jay got a good. It might. He will
Jay,
try to go for the
Nick,
outside line in stove,
it's
and
Gabriel
he
Ryan who wins
does
in
get it.
Williams. Brandon Glover in P2. He'll be happy with that, I'm sure about that.
Okay,
Jack,
yeah,
obviously P3. Jay up to P4. I'm sure they're both happy. Gabriel's left. Not sure why.
Internet, maybe.
Could have been, maybe, yeah.
I'm just gonna then quickly. Oh yeah, I see what's the problem. Should be able to hear game sound now.
And Cameron just put in the chat. Gabriel's on 43 points and Jack's on 40. It all comes down to the last race for the F1 drivers.
Well, Cameron just made it a lot easier for me then to. Well, then then we know that Gabriel is leading by 3 points. You said.
Yeah.
3 points last race, and now it could get interesting because now they have to. Now they can actually choose between the 76 Ferrari or the 76 McLaren.
People are leaving and I don't understand why again.
I don't know. Well, Lux's
But
Joe's
Michael
screen has frozen,
P4.
so
Oh, okay.
Lewis wants to join the last race.
Who does?
Lewis Curtis. No, wait, yeah, Lewis Curtis, I did believe.
Who's that?
Can you just say that people shouldn't ready up straight away now?
It's Lewis 1-1, yeah.
So I can send an invite to him. I'm gonna send him an invite now. Can you try to invite some of the drivers back?
Yeah, just put in the chat, don't ready up. So we can get Lewis in. So I need Lewis and Joe needs an invite, okay. Okay, they've both got invites.
If you see that message, Lewis, don't say anything right now.
What message?
I've sent a message to Jared in the chat with you two.
Oh.
So we're fifth. Has Lewis? Yeah, Lewis is here. So Lewis then, an F1 driver, so he will not be winning the title for the F1 drivers, but he will be He will be there for this last race, and he is quick, so that might shake it up.
Jack and Gabriel. Maybe Lewis could cost Jack or Gabriel the title for this little championship.
So I see that we
in?
missed. I see that we've lost a couple of drivers. I'm not sure who we lost.
Just looking now.
Oh, Joe might be needing invite.
I've invited Joe already.
Ah, yeah. Alright, you can go into spectate again then, Lewis.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's anyone else. Yeah, let's just start.
So, shall we see? I can see that We have 8 drivers in the 76 Ferrari and 7 drivers in the 76 McLaren.
Michael, we'll do the maths after this race for the F2 standings. Or again, if Cameron could help, because apparently he's good at maths.
Alright, so we should be going underway soon.
And just like Silverstone, like with the countries, Belgium is known for its weather, so I hope we do get rain. That'd be...
Oh, definitely.
Okay, people need to ready up. Jay, Charlie, Nino, Lewis.
Well, Jared has readied up, so that it should be ready to go underway.
15 drivers starting this. And I hope 15 finish.
So, last race of this Christmas Classics. They're going to be in probably the most challenging car they've driven in today now, Lewis, with either the 76 McLaren or the 76 Ferrari. I have no idea who of the cars will be the best, but... And Lewis has maybe lagged out.
I hope he can join quickly.
Yeah, I hope so. I cannot send him invites as we're spectators.
I'm just waiting for everyone to set up this time.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're waiting for now.
Yeah. What setup would you use for this track? Low downforce or high downforce? With these cars?
In these cars, I have no idea. No idea. Alright, so let's see. Jay has went for the 76 Ferrari. Jack has done the same. Cameron's also did that, and Lewis is back, so that's good.
Oh, Jay's crashed up over Rouge, can I just say?
Interesting. I got to say though, the 76 Ferrari looks... Yeah. It's a terrible looking car.
Yeah, wooden plank, front wing.
Oh, and Nino's crashed it. Surprisingly, Nino is in the McLaren, as he's an Italian. But I expected him to be in the Ferrari.
Can I just say, if Squeezy gets 3 or more points, he's going to be the champion. Because Gabriel left.
Yeah.
So Jack only needs to get 3 or more points.
Well, alright, I see why we're missing someone too. Like Sabasicto, I knew he wouldn't make the last race, and same when Jorge said he wouldn't, so...
I think Jared's just binned it.
Ah, maybe. Got to say though, Lewis being kicked out and then rejoining, it's gonna make it interesting to see him starting all the way at the back, having to work his way up.
Yeah.
But
I think it's gonna be carnage into turn 1 and the Pau Rouge.
It is Jack Hoyle who takes pole.
Oh, I just read the chat. Lewis is suspended on this game.
I see. Well,
but he's back in just in time.
well, that's interesting. But yeah, last race of the day. Default setup for Lewis then.
Oh god, yes, I
And
like
we see that
that.
Jack is taking pole 3 seconds ahead of Cameron. That's interesting.
Possible practice, maybe.
Top F2 driver is Charlie Sampson in 4th, ahead of Paco and Christos. Shocking car from Adrian Storm.
On the pole times of 2:10. Oh,
2 minutes 10.
time train. It's
And
chucking it
here we go.
down. It's absolutely chucking it down.
Oh yeah.
Jay asked for rain and he's got it. It looks like then.
He has. So this is gonna make it even more interesting now with rain.
With these cars.
And I don't know what people has gone for, if they're on dry setups, these cars. Which car will be the better in the rain? Is it the McLaren? Is it the Ferrari? I really don't know, but I can see some guys spinning at the back there.
I'm just thinking this could be good for Lewis.
Yeah, we know
maybe,
that,
because
Adrian.
yeah. Yeah, this could be good for Lewis. The default setup's got more downforce.
Yeah, he probably has more downforce, so...
And Paco's being disqualified.
Half the grid has been disqualified, Lewis.
Oh no, yeah.
On the formation lap, of course. And Adrian Storm says his controller disconnected at the start, so...
Oh wow.
But yeah, last race of the day. Well, it's still day, kinda. And Jack is sitting in the perfect position to be the winner for F1. I'm not entirely sure who will be the winner of F2. I'm not that quick at math, especially with my memory being so bad as it is, so we will have to announce that after the races. Well, after the race now. But yeah, Lewis, in this race, what do you think? Who'll be on the podium?
Well, I've got to say Jack for the win. From that performance in qualifying, even though it is now raining, I think he'll win this. Second, I think, will be Gran again. And third, I'm going to say Paco. That's for the overall.
Well, I got to say Jack. You know, I believe in Cameron for this one, so I'll get to say Jack, Cameron.
I like to see Cameron and
Oh,
Pedro.
and Bran actually. Bran, I've raced against Bran in F6 in PSGL, and every time it's rained at Belgium, he's usually been really good. So, of course, it's different cars now, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Jack. Jack, Cameron, Brandon. And then for the F2 drivers, I think we'll see Charlie, Paco, and Storm as the top 3 guys. As I'm getting a horrible camera angle.
Yeah.
There we go. 5 red lights, and we should be off. And ooh, looks like a lot
You're
of
gonna
guys are
race soon.
struggling with their getaways now. But look at this, Cameron, can he challenge Jack? He is challenging Jack right now, as we see that people are struggling at the back.
Maybe people using assists will be better in these conditions. Because I believe Squeezy now runs with no traction.
Yeah, I believe Squeezy is running no traction too, which could make it harder for him. Although we saw Cameron there going off
Yeah.
a little. He's going to get swarmed right now. Oh, look at this battle.
Look at all these cars.
Yeah. I got to say something though, it looks like the best car might be the Ferrari. It looks like most of the guys up front are in Ferraris. As Christos is the first one to DNF from this race.
I just want to point out, Lewis is
Yeah, I
at
was
P6.
just looking at that. So he's at a great start. Maybe it could be that default setup actually helping him right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was, but I saw someone running really wide in Puon. But look at this though, Lewis. Charlie Sampson up to second.
Then Cameron and Jared side by side.
Oh yeah, both in the Ferrari. And Jack has pulled out a 5-second lead already.
Wow. Dominating
It's
this race as
definitely
well.
looking like he will be the winner today. As did anything happen with Cameron?
I'm
Not sure, but
probably.
oh, someone was a little off there. And Jay,
Cameron's really struggling.
yeah, and look at Jay, he's moving up too.
Oh, Jay's got no traction then. Almost losing
Oh
it.
yeah, no traction. And look at Lewis is side by side with Brandon going into Orange. Who will back out? It is Lewis backing out in the end. Oh,
I'm sure Jared will love to finish the race.
yeah, and Jared is sitting in a good position now. He's just passing Charlie for second now.
No, just read the chat, see if anyone's panicking.
And look at both Jay and Lewis right behind Brandon. Sorry about that.
Jared's saying in chat before the race, we should do this again tomorrow. I'm not sure if we can do it tomorrow. People might not be able to turn up.
Yeah, that's what I think too. But for the moment, we're doing this race now, and look at this, Lewis around the outside of Brandon.
And Jared pulled out a 1.5 second gap to Charlie Sampson now.
Yeah, Charlie is still 5 seconds ahead of Brandon though. And Brandon,
Yeah.
of course, oh, I think that was Jay going really wide behind there. And there's been some things happening at the back, I think.
Oh, what's happened here? Every time I see a yellow flag, I just keep going to squeezy.
Yeah, Jay went a little off. You know, Jack he's looking pretty steady. Oh, no, he's not. Well, he's keeping it on the road, but it looked like he was about to spin there. Oh, yeah, you can see that Jack, when he's coming up Eau Rouge, is getting a small slide out of Eau Rouge. But it's really in the midfield where the action is right now, and Charlie has been able to catch Jared again. He's only a second behind Jared now. Ferrari against the McLaren.
What happened to Jay?
He went way off somewhere and he probably got wing damage, I guess. And the only battle we have at the moment now is between Paco, Callum and Nino. Well, it's actually Brandon, Nino, Callum, and Paco.
And Cameron. Cameron's not out, I'll be honest.
Yeah, he's lurking a little in the background.
For me, so I'm really wide, and that was Callum.
So we pretty much know that F1 winner is decided. It will most likely be Jack Hoyle. But when it comes to the F2 winner, I have no idea right now.
I mean, yeah. Maybe Charlie. I think Charlie's been up there a few times.
Yeah, maybe. And he is up there again. He is in third place at the moment, behind Jared and Jack Hoyle. As we see yet again a yellow sector. The last sector this time.
And Brand.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm watching. And look at Romanello. He's getting close to Brandon.
Very close.
Very close, yeah. Oh, he's gonna try it on the exit. Oh. It looks like Brandon will have it. Oh, Nino. Looked like he almost lost it there. It looked like a good move in turn 1 there, but in the end he didn't manage to get past Brandon. Oh, was that? Yeah, he just lost it a little, and that hands over 4th place to Brandon and 5th to Nino.
Isn't it just the track? Oh, this light look a bit brighter.
It is.
Oh no. Nino's internet's gone and hit Lewis, I think.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
Nino just lagged into Lewis on my screen.
Yeah, Nino is out, unfortunately.
I've heard that he's having some issues with his internet. Has Lewis got damage? I'm not sure.
Doesn't look like Lewis has damage.
Oh, my screen, look. It said that he had like half a front wing, but it came back.
If that is half a front wing, then
yeah,
I don't think it's much damage there. Doesn't look like it, at least.
I'd like to say Jack's leading by 16 seconds.
Yeah, so he's definitely winning.
A 2 minutes 27. What a lap. Like, modern cars couldn't get close to that.
Oh, and look at Lewis. He's yet again close to Brand now.
Bang
And he's
inside of the bus
going
stop.
for the move
No,
into the
stop
bus
in
stop
front.
chicane.
He's got him.
He's got him for the
Has Bran got...
moment.
It looks like he's got a better exit than Bran.
But you know though, being Brand in the Ferrari, Lewis in the McLaren, I'm not completely sure about the performances of the cars, but might be that comes into play too.
Yeah, definitely.
Merry Christmas to you too, Christos. Well, Christmas and Christmas now, but still the Christmas
New
break.
Year.
Yeah, it's closer to New Year now, but...
Right, so
And Bran has moved past Lewis again, but Lewis is braking late and might be able to keep his position. He is for the moment.
Bran's going for a switch back, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he is.
Going to get it off though. And it does look like the sky's getting brighter. So imagine if they have to go in slicks.
Oh yes.
Oh,
And Callum is out. Where did he go out? I couldn't see his car, but he went out somewhere around here. Yeah. And Lewis has pulled out a small gap to Brandon now, and Brandon is getting catched by Paco.
Sanjay, I've got something to tell you after I'm going to go off the stream.
What?
I've got something to tell you after I go off the stream, it's quite funny.
You got to?
I've got something to tell you.
Alright.
It's quite funny.
Which is?
I'll tell you after the stream.
Oh, alright. I got you then. Well,
it's about another league, and I'm about to go in trouble for some other leagues.
Well, lap 6, and look at this battle between now Adrian Storm, Paco Soares and Brandon. Paco trying to get a good exit out of turn 1. At the moment it looks like Storm will have position. Brandon is fiddling with the idea of going side by side in Eau Rouge. That is really not.
Jay hit Jared somehow.
What?
Jay just got penalty for hitting Jared's, but Jared's miles ahead, I think.
Jared might have lapped him actually.
Jay's parked up.
Yeah, but Jay has been lapped by Jared. But yeah, lap 6 and not too many battles going on now. We do have the battle between Adrian Storm, Brandon Glover and Paco Soares. It's pretty much the only battles we have right now.
No, 22 seconds of Jack's lead.
Yeah, Jack is running away with it. That's safe to say. And right now,
F1.
we have oh, Michael lost it after Puan.
Do you have the results for the F2? Oh, days gone. For the F2
I gotta do.
standings.
I gotta do. I gotta do that math after the race.
Yeah.
Memory isn't
I'm
even good enough to
guessing.
remember who was the top F2 drivers in the first two races.
I think Charlie and
Oh,
Storm.
and that is Joe. He did not retire, but he did spin.
He did a bottle, 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 as Nickel would say. Oh, and Cameron's lost it.
Yeah.
Cameron's just messing about off it right now.
So no real battles at the track right now as they're on lap 7. Oh, Paco going
Only lap
really wide in
7.
Eau Rouge.
Yellow flag, last sector, and it's Cameron again.
No.
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah, it
He's
is.
practicing. If he's practicing no traction or something.
I don't know.
I'm just on board with Jack, and he looks so comfortable in that Ferrari.
Well, that could quickly turn though.
The track's drying up as well. Imagine
It
if they
is.
get to go and dries.
They might have to. They could have. Oh, Lewis getting a tank slapper out of Puan. Now getting challenged by Adrian Storm.
And F1 against the F2 driver. And looks like the F2 driver will get past.
Well, Storm has showed himself to be a pretty good driver. And with these cars, it is different, especially with these conditions too.
Yeah, plus
And the
this is
track
using
is
a default
definitely
setup.
drying, but thing about these cars though, you don't have inters, you have full wets and dries.
Yeah. So Lewis could be, or everyone could be struggling with overheating tyres.
Oh
And
no,
Storm's lost it.
Storm
And
and
Lewis has
Lewis.
lost it, yeah. And Brian just goes past. Just saying thank you very much.
Brand just sails into fourth. And both Paco and Adrian will goes into the pits. I'm wondering.
Yeah, Storm in the chat said every race taken out. I don't think, I think that's just a racing incident. You and Lewis were both struggling. And Lewis showing he's struggling by almost spinning off Eau Rouge.
And we can
Well,
see
Jack,
that this is interesting, but Paco in the pit chose to go over to dry tires. Storm is staying on wet tires. Cameron's also chosen to go over to the dry tires.
plus, what's funny, there's no DRS enabled, so you never know when to pit.
Exactly, they actually have to
Yeah,
trust themselves to make the right decision.
they might have still have Jeff, the beloved engineer.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jeff is useless. He really is, though. He tries to put you on the weirdest strategies all the time. So Jack going down the start-finish straight. He's still going. He's gonna stay out on the wet tires. It's
I'm
kind of
just watching
surprising though.
Jack, and there's quite a lot of spray coming off his toes still.
Yeah, it is. And
Oh, I was just
I'm
getting on board the
looking at.
Paco.
Yeah.
I think him and Cameron's pitted too early.
I'm not sure. It looks like Paco is catching on Storm.
Brand's pitting.
Yeah, that is. Then it's dry tire weather now.
I'm sure Jack came over the radio saying.
And if you look at Jack now, there is much spray now.
Yeah.
And everybody is spinning over to dry tires.
Yeah, Brand's is coming out now. Same P4. This could be good for Brand. We could get closer to Charlie. So
Yeah.
Brand could be on for a podium right now,
The
maybe.
question though is, well, Jack can definitely pit. He's way ahead anyway.
Yeah, Jack will be fine.
The question though is, what will... Well, Charlie can pit. He's not losing third by pitting. But Jared and Charlie, they're separated by 10 seconds. So one of them might try to stay out, or they both might going to go in.
Stay out, I think they have to pit.
They can probably stay out, but their tires will probably be overheating.
Brand was 28 seconds behind Charlie, and I was 24.
So from what we can hear from Lewis Curtis, apparently the Ferrari has more grip. And we can see that Jack is choosing to pit now too.
Yeah. I think Brand could actually get ahead of Charlie when Charlie pits.
Well, yeah, actually, because the gap is going down so quickly now.
Yeah.
He's lost almost 10 seconds in a lap.
He has, yeah.
And we see that Jared is pitting. What will Charlie do? Will he risk?
Charlie's
Charlie is
staying out.
risking it. Oh, that is ballsy.
He's risking it for the chocolate biscuit. But I don't think it's going to work out for him, if I'm being honest.
I don't think so either, but I really like seeing that somebody is taking the chance.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have anything to lose by it. He would have lost his third place if he pitted, so...
Lewis is saying in the chat that Ferrari's got more grip.
Yeah, I saw that. Question now is...
I'm going to watch Jared, because he should be catching Charlie.
Yeah, he is catching quickly. So I'm there's only one lap left after this lap, so...
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, look at Jared.
Jared is just blowing by Charlie. Charlie doesn't have anything to answer with. But it's 10 seconds down to Brandon.
Almost 31 seconds between Jack and Jared.
Yeah. 1.5 lap left. 8.5 seconds down to Brandon. 7.5. Yeah, I think Charlie will lose third place.
Yeah, I think he could lose like positions from Michael and Lewis.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, he can't pit now. Because if he pits now, he will go down to 7th.
Yeah. I'm just on board the brand, and the gap is just...
Yeah, it's getting demolished.
Yeah. If I was Charlie, I'd just let him pass. Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie,
He just got
those
nothing to
tires
do quite
just
well.
has nothing to challenge Brander.
Oh, Lewis.
Oh, Lewis is retired.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to look where.
You gotta take a look at Paco to get a look at where he retired,
Yeah,
I think. I'm sorry. Oh, it's that
Oh,
corner.
he's on that straight. Yeah,
Oh, Paco looked a little unsteady there. But yeah, back
okay,
to Charlie though.
I'm
The
watching
gap,
Michael Marlowe.
yeah,
Passing
the
him.
gap is going down quickly. It is the last lap though.
Yeah. Sector 3, that is Paco. Paco's gone off.
That's lucky for Charlie because that means that the only one who can catch Charlie is Michael. Looks like he will be catching him too.
Fair play to Charlie, he's stuck at it, he hasn't spun or anything. And Paco is just sat on the start finish.
Yeah, there was no challenge for Michael to get past Charlie there.
I think
That's what I
Paco
said.
just wants to get lapped, then finish.
But I mean, just look at Charlie. You can see that he's got to take the corners so carefully because his tires just doesn't have the grip now.
Jackson on the start finish now, by the way, to win the championship.
So Jack, yeah,
Championship
coming to
practice.
the start finish. He's the winner for the F1 drivers. I will not be able to tell you who the winner of the F2 drivers is in this stream, as I really can't remember and enough of the finishing positions to do that straight away.
But Jared,
But we do have Jared.
Yeah.
Finishing in second place around here.
Then Bran, his second podium, I believe. He got podium in Silverstone.
Yeah, in third place there. We will have Michael Marlowe in fourth, and then we will have Charlie Sampson in fifth. Who, well, I got to say,
he puts a penalty.
He tried to to make it on the wet tires. It didn't really pan out, but
yeah, fair play to him for trying.
Yeah, and he did start the race strong, and he's done a good race. Then I guess the two last finishers to drive is Storm and Cameron is catching. No, Storm has pitted again, I think. So Cameron is right behind him. And I think Cameron lost it.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
I wonder if Cameron's going to do any donuts for us.
Yeah, oh, if he's listening to us, Cameron, show us some donuts. You're allowed to do that.
Oh no, he wants to cut the track. He's been disqualified.
Well, we didn't get any donuts then, but
No.
Well, Lewis, the Christmas Classics. I think most, well, probably everyone except for Jack really struggled in this last race. Jack didn't seem phased at all by it.
Seems quick.
I can see Brandon saying these cars are impossible to drive.
They're impossible, but he got 2 podiums out of 3, so.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's talking about these 76 cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like this has been a good way to use the weekend when we didn't have an official race. Of course, these winners will be announced.
Well, we already know
I,
Squeezy's won.
yeah, we know that Jack has won for the F1 guys. No doubt
Yeah,
about that. F2
but the
guys,
F
on the other hand, I'm not sure. I will have to be doing a little math after this stream to figure out who wins.
in, in the total thing with F1 and F2, Squeezy
Oh,
wins by 22 points.
yeah, it does look like it's adding up every
I
point.
think
So
Michael Milo's won F2 on 24
yeah, it
points.
doesn't look. Yeah, it looks like it because if Squeezy wins with 65 points, yeah, that sounds about right.
So it looks like Michael Milo won that for F2.
Yeah, I can't really remember where he finished in the previous two races, but he did have a good finish in this race. And well, we're not going to be doing podium interviews today, as we've already done 3 races now, and
Plus
it's not
SRL.
a league race. What?
And plus SRL,
Plus that too.
which was an absolute nightmare.
But yeah, Lewis, if you well, I know who you're gonna choose as driver of the day. Jack, obviously.
Yeah.
He's my driver of the day too for the F1 drivers, but the F2 drivers then, wow. Who do you think there?
There's two people. Oh, that's obviously Michael and Charlie. I think Charlie's done really well today, but
Hmm.
just got a strategy wrong in Belgium. But and Michael for winning it all. So I'll probably give it to Michael.
Yeah, I think so too. But still, 3 different tracks today. See well, 4 different cars in the end, with them being in the either the 76 McLaren or Ferrari in this last race. I've had a good time.
It's been experience.
Been an experience, yeah. It was so beautiful how when you looked at the start finish when they started at Monza, seeing all those Ferraris lined up. And that was just a
Yeah.
beautiful sight. And well, with 325% races, I did not expect any safety cars, but we even got a safety car and a virtual. And
Yeah, that was really surprising. That was.
yeah, and well, I guess everyone should have realized at least that we did set the weather to custom in the last race
I did
because
see a
we
few
did
people
want
put in the
rain
chat.
in one of the races.
I did see in the YouTube chat, like, why is there custom setup, custom weather? Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that. But it was determined before we started that if we don't have one wet race in the first 2 races, it would be custom. You wanted to see some wet driving too,
Yeah, I'm
and I got to
surprised.
say,
Jay wanted rain, but he didn't deliver.
yeah. Oh, it's funny when you say it like that, but yeah, Jay asked for rain, but that didn't really work out. But yeah, I don't know, highlight of the day for you, Lewis?
um, Probably the four wide moment in Italy in the Ferraris.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Oh no, for me, I think I got to say Cameron around Sabasiktu in the S's. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure
Oh, yeah.
which corner it was there, but yeah, he dared it and he made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, some good moments today. Some an experience. If the drivers liked it,
Some
then
bottles, Jared.
some bottles. Jared at Britain. Hello, Brandon. Yeah,
Oh, wait.
I think.
Driver of the day for F1. We can also chuck Bran in the mix.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. But in the end, Jack was just dominant today.
Yeah.
Jack showed that he doesn't just have the pace in the normal cars. He does have the pace in the classic cars, and yeah, I don't think he struggled
Yeah.
that much in any of the cars. Of course, he had that
The only,
drive-through in Britain.
yeah. I think it wasn't for that. I think he could have won all three.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I guess we gotta round it up for today then. It's been a good
And
evening.
Reading FC, poor timing.
Got
He
to be
just
got
got
to be
here.
honest, I'm really tired right now, but but yeah, it was worth it. So,
No, Sanjay, wait, don't end it.
all right,
Don't
so
end it.
Jared has suddenly joined us unexpectedly, and we're gonna mute him.
No!
No, 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 I'm just kidding. Well, Jared,
Reading, who are you? In like what's PSN?
That's Michael, I think.
Oh, is it Michael? Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Jared, your reaction?
First-
No.
yeah, I'm knackered. That first race got took out, and then got 10th. Second
No
race
interviews.
got took out. Hey, listen. Bad driving. Not happy.
so Jared,
What from you?
since we have you here, I wasn't supposed to do any interviews now, but since you're here now, Britain, that's not really your best track, is it?
No.
Maybe we shouldn't
I got
talk too
took
much
out
about
twice.
Britain anymore.
No, I got took out. Storm ran wide, and then Salva 6 tooth wasn't. His reactions weren't quick enough, and hit his wheel. Yow, boom.
Bottle,
Ah.
bottle, bottle.
Hey, I proved it back at Belgium though. Started 9th and then got 2nd, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, well, you did do a good Belgium race. Well, some
Rip.
insight from you though. That was actually driving Belgium. How was it to drive in the heavy rain with those cars?
It's quite easy.
Oh
Well,
wow, I wasn't even
What?
I had two.
No, I don't know.
I had downforce was 2.2, so it was.
Wow.
You know,
Two?
ballast was
Two?
like 9. Yeah, I
Oh my
needed
God.
straight line speed. Do you know I'm there's Jack and that. That's why I lost it in when I bottled it in quali. But no, in the wets it was quite comfy.
Well, not too difficult actually. That is interesting, but well,
1976, nice cars to drive.
I'm sure a few
did you
people will
enjoy the
disagree.
races then, Jared?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Wish there was
Except
more,
for Britain.
but, you know. I enjoyed Britain as well, even though I got, smashed.
Well,
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching at least. Being here with Lewis. Of course, I've been doing some commentary with you earlier today too. Enjoyed that too.
So yeah.
But yeah, for the moment, I think we will round up the stream then. Gotten a few questions answered by Jared now. Probably one of the drivers who dislike Britain as much as I do.
Yep.
But yeah, this has been the IRL Christmas Classics. I've been doing commentary together with Lewis Marshall today.
We.
And just thank you to everyone who participated and thank you to everyone who watched the stream. please leave a like and subscribe if you want to watch more. Thank you,
We're
Evan.
almost on 100.
Almost on 100 subscribers. Please give us those 5 last. Come on,
No, we're
guys.
4 more. We're at 96 right now, I think.
Alright, 4 more. Well,
Oh, no, it says 95. My
alright,
phone's
well,
just
we're
messing.
going with 5 more then. Well,
You got 96.
alright, 4 more. Let's just give us 5 more and then we're at 101. So, thank you everyone. Hope you have a nice end of the break. I know it's getting
Maybe I do. Good Christmas.
back to regular soon. But yeah.
Yeah, can't wait.
We will be on again next weekend for the official season and make sure to check it out. Goodbye.